Well, we are live back. Time to tabletop. Camera's on me. I'm just going to go over a couple things before we get to these yahoos that are to my left. Basically, I just want to thanks for showing up and watching. There's a few of you that are newcomers and some of you that come back all the time. A couple things that I want to announce. We did a couple of cool things, and I will announce them in the chat room. I don't want to take too much time away from the game. But we do have loyalty, so as you are watching the channel on Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch, we have table tokens. So the longer you watch, the more stuff that you can actually ask us to do and do those types of things. It's nothing, won't affect the game, but you get to know us a little bit better. That's one thing. But sponsors, want to talk about sponsors that we have. Of course, we have Arknight. Every 25 followers that we have, our next benchmark is 200. We're at 186, so we're about 14 away. Not about, we are exactly 14 away. Sponsors, but what we could do for Arknight is you get a whole digital download of their maps and little tokens and everything. You got to check them out. Arknight.com, great sponsor. They've been sponsoring us for well over a year now. Also, Arknight has a lot of promos going on with some new reviews and some new stuff on the way, and I'll try and keep people informed through Twitter and that kind of stuff. But also we have Ambient Realms. We're using their stuff right now to get this tunes going through here. You'll hear some of our theme music and that kind of stuff, and I'll try and do sound effects. We'll do the best I can, okay, from behind the board, because I can't read these guys' mind, but I'm going to learn. Also, check out, if you go to our website, make sure and check us out, because we do have t-shirts and stuff like that that are available. I will activate the Generation Hero t-shirt tonight. It will be on sale for the next 3 days for $14. So if you want to check that out, it helps us, you know, kind of fund the show and help us buy these little cameras and that kind of stuff. So, but the t-shirts are also cool. You can get a Time to Tabletop t-shirt. You can get just the logo. You can get Generation Hero ones. It's pretty cool. So go to our website. It just says buy stuff. Click on it. It's all there. So without further ado, I will go ahead and give this over to our lovely and amazing Michael.
Hello there. My name is Michael Panish, and welcome to Generation Hero. This is an epic superhero saga that details, oh, there's our wonderful theme song, that details the entirety of comic book history, one game session at a time. It's going to be a series of different arcs, each one representing a unique age. Oh, we have some wonderful applause. Beautiful.
My bad.
Yeah. No, it's great. Helps pump me up. Each arc will represent a different era of comic book history, and we are starting with, this is Arc 1, Episode 1, Champions of the Golden Age. We're going to be using Magpie Games' wonderful system masks, and if you're not that familiar with it, we'll kind of explain as we go, and sort of detail how to play this simple, fun, and very effective superhero role-playing game. So, we're doing comic book history, starting in the Golden Age. This is the age of World War II comics. You might call them propaganda. You might be right if you did that. But this is the age when you had Jack Kirby drawn Captain America punching out Hitler. So it's got that kind of vibe. And to that end, we've assembled 4 players who will be playing 4 superheroes who are taking the fight to the Axis powers and helping to spread liberation and freedom all across the darkened world of occupied Europe. They have all been recruited to an organization called the Office of War Powers, which controls superpowered warfare for the Allies. So we'll kind of go around. I sort of want to know, you can share with me and with the audience, with your fellow team, what your real name is, what your superhero name is, maybe their real name, maybe especially their superhero name, though that could be a lot of names. And also kind of tell me maybe a little bit of like what's your origin story and what's your kind of vibe and what's your powers. And then today we're gonna sort of get right into it with kind of a little session 0 that sort of shows how the team came together, and then I think we're going to be able to get through their very first mission which is entitled Peaks of Peril. So we'll start over here on my left with Marvin, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Marvin. Some of you might remember me from shows like Blades in the Dark, Infinity Tower, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll be playing a character called Jonathan Maxis, who's called the Skydancer. And that's because he has this jetpack that his father brought over from World War I. It's not human in origin, though. And Jonathan can understood that because he also has a superpower, understanding technology, wherever its origin, the time period it's come from. He touches it, he immediately understands what it is. So he's using this jetpack as, going moonlighting as a superhero, trying to figure out what it is. Because also, 1940s America, black guy, yeah, it's probably not going to be as much as an idealistic image as he thinks. But
the full mask.
He also wears a full helmet, so nobody knows who he is, just the Skydancer. So he's basically just going around trying to see how different his life is as a superhero compared to his normal life. And I guess that's how, what was it called?
The Office of War Powers, yes.
Yeah, the Office of War Powers saw him flying around. Who the hell is this guy with the jetpack? Let's recruit him.
They definitely want a victory through air power. And Skydancer, I think, would be the key to achieving that. So next up, we have Erik.
My name is Erik. I will be playing Marshal Merman. I am an 8-foot-tall fish monster with inhuman strength and impenetrable skin. I am a monster and a hero, but I am no longer human. I am formerly a British pilot, test pilot rather, who was experimenting with a nuclear-powered jet flying through the Bermuda Triangle. I crashed and woke up as you see me now. Not entirely sure what happened, but as I started a soldier, I am still a soldier, and it was a quick and easy jump over to the Office of War Powers.
And you are, as you can tell by your accent, you're of British origin. You're
Yes, I am British origin. Full name is Air Marshal Mordecai Merman. Pronounced Merman, not Merman, but I will forgive you if you pronounce it incorrectly. Most people do nowadays.
It's a happy coincidence. So next up, we have Samantha.
I am Samantha. I am going to be playing Betty Brown, or the Majorette. She's the youngest one on the team, I think. At 17, she doesn't have superpowers. She's just doing what she can to be a happy, smiling face on the front lines, if they'll let her be on the front lines, maybe. She is a former Majorette with martial arts and acrobatics and hits people with her directing baton when they let her hit people, which doesn't happen very much because she is a woman.
Well, we will certainly have to see how that works out on the battlefield.
My name is Charles, and I will be playing a reformed character. My character's name is Kyle Dennings, and I have more than one alias because I started out life as a criminal and was actually turned in by my own parents.
Oh, jeez.
And spent some time in a supermax prison for special
It's
people.
best for him, dear. You would have done this.
My villain name was Mastermind, and when I reformed, I thought it wise to choose a new name so that anyone we came across wouldn't be afraid of me. They would be willing to work with me, and so my name is the Mentalist. I don't actually have superpowers, unless you count my mind as a superpower. I have an IQ that they haven't been able to register yet.
Hey, that is a superpower, I feel.
You're really a hero. Real hero.
So, that's our team. Now, your first mission was actually within the United States. Marshal Merman, you were kind of dividing your time between the U.S. and England.
Of course, understood. I go where I'm needed.
And you were certainly needed for this first mission, which took place at the Red Hook docks. You were sent in to take out a group called the Silver Brotherhood. And these are fifth columnists. They're American Nazis. Naturally, they came into power during the 30s. Quite a few of them got rounded up when the war started, but not all of them. And they've been kind of acting as spies, saboteurs, just causing a lot of problems for the war effort. Thankfully, U.S. government allied with some underworld figures, including some gangsters, Lucky Luciano, Meyer Lansky were perhaps involved, who pointed out that these fifth columnists, the Silver Brotherhood, was using the Red Hood docks to help smuggle in weapons and materiel from Nazi Germany. So you guys were sent in to bust out the Silver Brotherhood, and their leader is an individual known as the Silver Saber. He got his right arm replaced the elbow with a comically oversized sword.
Wonderful.
So he could slice away President Roosevelt's tyrannical control and install fascism in the government. Yeah, not the brightest guy, but he is a toady of the Third Reich.
Well, he is a colonist, so...
Oh, wow. So it's like that. So, I want to ask you this. We're not really going to play this out as a mission, but I want you to kind of tell me, maybe we'll use this as a way to familiarize ourselves with the system and show the viewers how it works. You were kind of on the docks, you know the smuggling is going on. Tell me sort of how you used your powers, your connections to put a stop to this.
Well, Marshal Merman, of course, he's a fishman, so he's probably actually in the water. And just waiting for a signal for someone to tell him which boat to attack.
For sure. I think that would be an assess the situation. And this is going to be our first roll. So, how this works, it's very similar to Apocalypse World games. You know those. All you need are 2 dice. All these characters have a set of different kind of superhero stats. For assess the situation, you're rolling one called Superior. So Eric's gonna roll 2 and add a Superior, and we'll see what he gets here.
Just for the record, I'm actually not very good at this.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how you do.
Hey, not too bad. That is going to be a 7, so a partial success.
Okay, and that might be all you need. There's a set of questions here that you can ask me. So with a 7, you get to ask me 1.
So then, I will be choosing... what here can I use to determine which ship is the target?
Okay. I will say this: as you are floating there in the water, you notice kind of on the edge of the docks a shifty-looking individual, and under his trench coat, this guy's wearing a Silver Brotherhood uniform. Not too well hidden. You spot it under the trench coat pretty easily.
It's a little too warm, so he's unbuttoned it.
Yeah, he's unbuttoned it and showing off his kind of
Flash his colors?
Yes, yeah. They're sort of they're supposed to be the American brown shirts. This is based on a real organization, by the way.
Brilliant.
It's called the Silver Shirts. Far less accessible than their German counterparts, of course, thankfully.
Then I will get to near the surface, near where this boat is that I've determined, and shoot out a signal by shooting water up, so that my fellow agents can see.
All right. We'll definitely see you guys are kind of lurking nearby on this sort of warren of docks,
Probably
maybe.
flying around.
Oh, that's true. You're keeping to this. It's probably overcast day, so it's not too easy to see you. So what do you guys do now? You know the area, and you can see there are some more of these Silver Brotherhood individuals about to start unloading the weapons and the illicit cargo. When you guys want to kind of jump in, let me know how you're using your powers or what action you want to take to start bringing them down.
I would probably be trying to, once we figure out where the ship is, I would be trying to think of what I can do to help the team coordinate an attack
I'm gonna bring them cookies.
to stop them. Yeah, well,
There's only
no.
one way to get them.
Cookies.
we didn't
Yes,
bring an
cookies are
oven
strong
for you to
wax-
cook cookies in,
Cookies are a
so
strong laxative. Come on. I'm not an
sure,
idiot.
neither are they.
I don't know about
I
that.
understand that
They might be idiots.
my
but
skirt is rather short, and I have cookies. I don't think you understand the male mind. You were in prison a long time.
I was.
Okay.
So yeah, literally, I am going to bring him laxative soaked cookies.
All right, I think that's going to be... You're kind of directly engaging a threat there.
Fair.
I mean, you're doing it surreptitiously, but you are walking right into these...
I was trying to do it with the non-threatening.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not threatening.
Fair. Is there?
So we'll
I
give-
don't think I have that power.
So we'll give it a roll, and we'll just do a quick. If it's not great, okay. Yeah, I don't really go with the
Very
with the
fail.
taking the blows kind of thing, but I will say like, maybe I'll ask you, how exactly do you kind of break cover? What do you say that sort of gives you away as you're approaching?
I don't think she breaks cover so much as why the heck is a girl in a short skirt on the docks in the middle of the night? Are you a prostitute, or are you trying to ferret out the fact that we're a secret brotherhood?
I mean, the other alternative, of course, would be to they invite you in. And you'll...
That would work too. So either I'm not a prostitute, I am a secret agent trying to kill them all, or they're inviting me into their den of nefariousness.
Okay, I'll say they buy it. They bring you onto the boat, and they bring you before Silver Saver himself.
Oh God.
He's kind of a fresh-faced, sort of youngish fellow, and he seems very eager because you're a perfect example of Aryan womanhood. So he is into it. So now, you guys. Your one of your number is now on the boat.
And 100% committed to her cover roll.
Yes. What are you guys gonna do to get her out of here?
Well,
And to smash the spy ring?
Guys.
Well, I did have a plan of just doing a flyby and dropping a couple of grenades and blowing them up, but that's not gonna work now is it?
Well, I could jump off. No.
But do I see the
can
Silver
jump
Saber
off,
guy?
I'll say so. Yeah, he is. They're all kind of on deck of this sort of old tramp steamer,
So let's see. If we
and they're not like I'll say they're not all kind of clustered around her. Like if you want to drop some grenades near on the deck without hitting her, it is possible.
Okay. And then I guess that will be a signal for the rest of us to move in. Right? Alright.
Okay, so now it's time for you to unleash your powers. That means you were gonna roll those 2 dice. It's always the 2 dice.
Right.
And for unleash your powers,
Freak.
plus freak. Yes.
Plus freak. Oh yeah. It said character creation add +1 to wherever you choose.
So your first
yes.
stats are going to be with the highlighted ones. Those are your defaults, and you can add 1 to any one of these rows.
I have no idea what any of this does.
Danger is how good you are directly engaging, directly fighting someone. Freak is using your powers. Savior is defending someone. Superior is like quick-wittedness, perception, how good you are at finding out what's going on. Mundane is how well you can be normal and
Like
talk to
social
someone
stuff.
else as a human being.
Alright. So
All right, so roll them and we'll see what happens.
it's just gonna be straight roll. And take the highest, I would guess.
You actually add them together. It's like Apocalypse
Oh.
World if you've played that one. So,
7.
Plus
so you add them up and then see what. Oh, so it is a 7.
Yeah, just
Okay.
7.
This is a minor success, but there is going to be a downside. So I will say your grenades do pretty good. A bunch of these Silver Brotherhood goons are hurled by the blast into the water. However, the ship they brought wasn't a very good ship, and it is now sinking. So the ship with everybody on it, Silver Saber, and unfortunately Majorette is going to the bottom of this Brooklyn Bay.
Sorry!
So do we happen to have underwater radios that work for me? Is that something we have?
I could say so. I mean, I would say she might have like a small, maybe hidden by her hair or something.
So if someone's
one
let me
Michael
know that we
Yeah,
probably
headset.
shouldn't let this ship sink, I will swim underneath and hold it back up.
We're not gonna let it sink.
Well, not if you're in it, dear.
I can swim, some sort of. I can dark paddle.
Can you get out of the ship in time?
Yeah, I'm jumping.
Okay, so we good.
Okay, so that will require your powers. I mean, you're not super powered, but you are very acrobatic. So that would probably be an unleash powers as well, or maybe take a power. Well, I'll say unleash powers, or actually, I'll let you decide. You could either be taking a powerful blow to avoid the sinking ship, or unleashing your powers
I'd
to
rather be all
acrobatically.
well, metagaming. I'll acrobatic-y.
Okay.
Ooh, nice roll.
10.
Ooh, so with that,
9, because my Vanuka wants stuff.
yes. So usually, like, for unleash your powers, like once you get that, like on a hit, you do it. So she neatly jumps.
Triple somersault, dive seamlessly.
Oh, a 10 out of 10.
Oh yes.
And the boat with all the Silver Legion, with all those horrible Nazi weapons they were smuggling into the bottom of the ocean.
Beautiful.
However, Silver Saber at least manages to clear it as well. He's able to kind of sort of jump out and clumsily lands on the edge of the dock. And he is quite angry and waving his sword and looking for trouble.
Well then, as he lands onto the dock, I would like to roll up on him, Black Lagoon style, from behind, and give him a good scare, I think.
Ooh, alright. So you are directly engaging a threat. So you're going to roll...
I am actually going to frighten, intimidate, or cow others with my monstrous form.
Oh, yes. See, all the character types have different kind of powers and special abilities. They'll choose, I think, 2 or 3 of them at the beginning of the game. So he's using one that is part of his character type, which is the transform.
I am using the move, Be the Monster.
Ooh, alright.
So I get to roll plus freak instead of plus superior.
Oh, very cool. Let's see what happens.
And that's a terrible roll, but it's still a partial success. So on a 7, I get to choose 2 of these. Well, let me read the move so that...
Yeah.
Be the monster. When you frighten, intimidate, or cow others with your monstrous form, roll plus freak. On a hit, they are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to you. Or they flee. On a 10 plus, choose 1. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. And the choices are: you frighten others you had not intended to scare, you hurt someone or break something you shouldn't have, or you feel more of a monster afterward. Mark a condition. GM's choice. So I must choose 2 of these penalties for failing or only getting a partial success.
True.
I will choose I frighten others.
Okay.
And I break something.
Ooh.
Please break the dog.
Break his arm.
I am, of course, of inhuman strength, so I could, in fact, break the dock.
I'm going to say you break something a little more...
Break his sword arm?
Yes, I'm going to say you do that, yeah. He spins around trying to get us, he's very freaked out by your appearance. He spins around, screaming about that you're some kind of Roosevelt fish monster. And your claws just reach out, smash that big fancy silver saber. So he dashes away terrified and
Right into
Mentalist. Yes. Oh, and also maybe some of your teammates who saw that display of animal strength.
I was just getting out of the water. And
Yes.
pull him
I'll say Majorette, you're a little freaked out by this. This is the first time you've actually been working alongside this monster.
He's a hero, but he's not.
It is definitely that kind of thing. So now, Silver Saber, Mentalist, he's running kind of towards you. His saber's gone, but he is reaching into his coat for a Luger. Truly the most evil of pistols. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to trip him up as he's running away. So
Okay.
I would be directly engaging a threat, I believe.
Yes, that's right. So you're going to roll 2.
And then, was it added a
Plus
danger?
danger.
Plus a danger.
Yes.
Alright. So I got a 9 total.
So usually there's like a list of good options to happen, like you can resist their blows, takes things. Well, actually, yeah, we can do this. You can resist or avoid his blows, take something from him, create an opportunity for your allies who are all pretty close by and lurking around, or impress, surprise, or frighten him.
He's already pretty frightened.
Yeah, he's pretty terrified.
He is
at the
definitely
moment.
terrified.
So I want to take advantage of the situation and take the gun from him as he's drawing it and
Ooh,
try
very
to
good.
trip him if I can.
Okay, and I would say with that good high roll, you definitely do both.
Okay.
You just reach out, snatch that Luger away, trip him, and Silver Saber has, or Saber no longer, is collapsed on the ground, and your first mission was a resounding success.
Nice.
For certain degrees of resounding.
Yeah. So, I mean, a rocky start perhaps, but you did the job.
Success.
And you guys are all called in. Soon after that, you are immediately shipped out across the sea, taken to England, where the Allied war effort is gearing up to continue the battle to free Europe. You are brought before the leader of the Office of War Powers, Colonel Mitch Madman McCall. And he explains that he's brought you here, even though you're not exactly battle-tested.
What was his rank again? Sorry.
Oh, he's a colonel.
Colonel.
Yes. He's kind of he's going to be your minder in the Office of War Powers. He is a very salty soldier. He's been fighting for a long time and is now kind of running the superhero organization. He's not exactly a superhero himself, but he's certainly plugged in to the superpowered world. So he's going to kind of give you your mission, and we might sort of cut back to this briefing as you guys are like, as we kind of start media res into the mission itself, which we're now going to begin, which is Peaks of Peril.
Peaks of Peril.
So when this one starts, our first panel is showing you guys heading up in a funicular to a place called Adlerfreude. Oh, funiculars, by the way, are those like, they're like sort of on rails, like kind of like trains, but they go up slopes. And it's like this takes you right to the top of this sort of alpine peak. And this is like right in the heart of, or it's kind of on the border between, it's like kind of in the border between the German and the French Alps. I don't know. My geography, like my grasp of history, language, everything else is not great, but this is being written by like comic book authors who are on a deadline, so it all works out.
Somewhat vaguely in German, France-ish area.
Exactly. So you're brought up to this place called Adlerfreude, and this is like a resort town for the Third Reich. This is a playground for the Nazis. There's like all these sort of German hunting lodges kind of set up in this around this kind of the central Main Street area, and the whole place is like a humongous beer garden party going 24/7. There's just all sorts of German higher ups. You can see all kinds of like fancy uniforms, as well as rank and file soldiers taking care of them, just living it up, partying. The beer steins are being waved in the air. The booze is flowing. It is they're certainly celebrating their domination of the free world. So you guys reach the top, and you are met by a kind of lean individual wearing a Nazi, SS uniform.
Ugh.
And he has a robotic eye. Part of his head has been, you can see a very visible scar, and this glowing red optic has been not so tenderly inserted there. So he approaches you guys and he says, the circus has arrived. And we'll kind of quickly cut back to the briefing. So Major McCall says, reason I called you here is because you look a little bit like a freak show. And that's just what we need. One of our greatest superheroes, one of your countrymen, buddy boy, has been captured by the Third Reich. He's being held at Adlerfreude, their resort town.
Then what are we waiting for?
We're waiting for, fishy boy, is for you guys to create some cover for yourselves. You've smashed up some fifth columnists at home, but you're not known by the Third Reich by and large. That means they won't see you coming. I've been able to talk to some of my contacts in the country, get you guys cover identities. You're gonna be a circus.
A circus.
Yes,
That's a wonderful idea.
See, I'm glad somebody likes it. There's that good attitude, Majorette.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculously smart. It's what else could we use to cover our?
Why do we need to
insertion?
hide a toll?
Do you want to walk into Germany and get killed?
I want to walk into Germany and punch some Nazis.
That sounds like a better idea.
That sounds like a great idea.
This is probably my idea.
No. No, we're
Gentlemen,
not crazy.
I like that attitude, but from Dunkirk to Sicily, we just go in with an attitude of straight Nazi punching. It ends badly for us. You're going in undercover. This is too important to screw it up
And
with your
is
aggression.
this then an order?
Absolutely.
He's in charge. Of course, it's fine.
That's right. So, I want to know, what's your circus name, and what acts are you doing? For him, it's pretty obvious, but
Obviously, I am the freak, the merman.
absolutely, Incredible Fish Boy. I love it.
Incredible
You know,
fish.
we
boy.
could definitely use you and your jetpack in like a cannon shooting act, because you could fly away and then you would be on site in the air if we needed you for something.
Shot from a cannon and never lands.
Cannon boy.
And she's pretty light on her feet. Maybe we could do like a tightrope or a trapeze act. I'm not really
touch my foot with my
participating,
knife.
so I'll just coordinate all
Well,
of you
we do
guys.
need something
be
of
a
a
ringleader.
ringmaster.
That's fine. I can do that.
We'll need to get
not
you a
doing
hat.
anything
Striped
crazy.
hat. And dye your beard.
And a cane.
I love the boys in costumes and supplies. Get you a beard, top hat, and cane.
And a bright red
Fantastic.
coat. A bright red coat.
Just
With
Perhaps a
embroidery.
monocle.
fantastic.
You want a monocle, mentalist?
At least I get to shoot him out of
So officially dolled up. Oh, what's your circus called, by the way?
the traveling circus.
Oh, no, we need something good in German. Something brothers. What's your
cover?
your surnames? Your covers.
The Denny's.
Surnames. No, your cover identity. Your ringmaster dude.
I mean, we can still.
Oh,
Yeah, just make something up that's
Klaus
German
Bros.
sounding.
oh, man.
Clausewitz?
Klaus Bros.
Yeah,
Klaus Bros. Okay.
Super mutants.
The Klausling,
Yeah, yes. The Klaus Brothers Circus and the Klauslings.
the Klausling brothers.
The cross.
Klausling brothers.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. I've got some contacts in the German entertainment industry. They'll make this Klausling's brothers circus seem real. A tall order, but I trust them. They'll pull it off. And they'll get you an invitation to Adlerfreude. So go up there. But be aware of the man with the robot eye. His name is Max Mueller. He's a Hauptsturmführer, to use their rank. It's sort of the equivalent of my rank in what's called the Jaeger Commando. That's their version of the Office of War Powers. It controls their superheroes.
So they have supers as well?
They do. And they're a lot nastier and scarier than you, I'll tell you that.
I do take offense to that, sir.
We're American. We're better than everyone.
Well, and I'm better than them, so.
Yeah,
That's
Except for
funny.
him.
you
But
can tell that
he's trying.
to the poor boys picking pieces of themselves off after the Panzer tanks running through.
No offense, sir, but you seem to have no faith in our wonderful boys in blue.
He's like,
They can
faith?
do anything.
I got, a soldier doesn't have faith. A soldier believes in earning his victory. And that's what's going to win us this war. Now, get your costumes ready. You're going to the mountains.
Yay.
I don't like him. He's not a good in charge guy.
Well, I've already got
He's a
my
fatalist.
costume, so I guess I'll just wait for you guys over there.
Like, I don't need a costume.
Oh, that's true.
Mustache.
We should probably.
Yeah, a giant fake fish mustache.
Oh, catfish.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, those big cat. Yeah. For the incredible fish boy. So,
I will
Boy.
don my
8-foot tall fish
ridiculous
boy.
clown outfit.
You look very distinguished.
yeah, you're the
Sophisticated.
ringmaster.
With the monocle. The monocle really helps.
Maybe
You
they
are
can
quite
paint some
sophisticated,
stripes on my
mentalist.
helmet,
And if you're ready to
maybe.
start a fire, you can just put the sun through it.
Sure, give kind of like speed stripes kind of thing.
Yeah,
So the
sure.
cannon boy, or the cannoneer. I don't know what kind of cool circus name you want to give yourself.
I have to be the amazing fish boy. He's not the cannon boy. Come on.
There can only be one boy.
And it's obviously you.
We'll call him the Boom Boy. How about that?
It's true.
No.
Because he goes
Human
boom.
boomerang.
One boy per circus.
Human boom.
The human boom. All right.
The human boom. Yeah, sure.
We're gonna
Why
get
not?
caught 2 steps inside of Germany.
Well, it might just happen because we're cutting right back into the action. Mueller, or to use his nickname, Air Cyclops, is approaching you guys. And he's looking particularly at you because he seems the one to be in charge of this outfit. And he says, Ah! The Klausling Brothers Circus. It's very good to have you here.
We are honored to provide entertainment for you.
As well you should be. Please, follow me. I will take you into the main hall where you will perform. And there is perhaps a special treat. He's kind of looking over all of you. He says, "Oh, what is your act? What do you do for the circus?"
I balance and do feats of aerodynamic. I walk on a rope.
Marvelous. And of course, and he's very taken with you. His his remaining organic eye is like widening. Probably his robot eye would do the same. He says, "And what is this magnificent specimen?"
Marshall is just going to stand there and kind of tilt his.
He was found on the beaches of something in South Africa, washed ashore. He can't speak. We're not sure if he can think.
Clearly,
He's
he is
beautiful, isn't he?
Oh yes, he's clearly a degenerate imbecile.
But so strong.
Absolutely. He reaches over and like squeezes your muscles.
Sorry.
Instant paddle of like inner merman crank.
Yep, we are definitely in the right.
Sorry.
I would like to walk up to Cyclops and ask him if I can look at his eye because I'm quite fascinated with it.
Oh, he says, "Oh yes, yes. It is the work of our Dr. Krieg.
Dr. Krieg.
Yes. He is perhaps the crowned jewel of Jaeger Commando.
Fantastic.
One of the Fuhrer's favorite scientists. He taps his eye and he says, "This was given to me after the Golem of Prague took out my original eye when I was working for Heydrich."
Does it work better? I mean, do you notice any real significance, or is it just you can see out of it and it's red?
He says, I assure you, sir, it is the absolute height of German engineering. It lets me see absolutely everything. With this eye, I always find the truth."
Should I cover myself with something, or am I okay with that?
Your marvelous garments are cover enough.
Fantastic.
So he's kind of walking you down down sort of the main aisle of this resort town. He points a bit further up where there is like a ledge. There are a few kind of strange-looking airplanes. They're a little bit like they're like kind of flying wings, a little bit flying saucer-ish shaped. And he says, "Another example of Dr. Krieg's wonderful engineering, the blitz wings."
Oh, fantastic.
May I touch the plane?
No, you may not. And what is your power again? What is your act?
I get shot out of a cannon.
Well, I can see you are very stupid, so that would be a perfect occupation for you.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. They're
I'm going to
about as mundane as you can get as far as intelligence goes. I am very fascinated by your planes.
Oh yes, yes. These are experimental devices. We brought them here to show off before some of the Third Reich's most notable politicians and military leaders.
Marshall is going to just start walking towards the planes.
He turns to you immediately. "Control your fish man. Bring
Fish
the fish boy back."
Fish boy, return. Do not
She's gonna
touch.
like pull out a whistle and like make a whistle. Like a
Is that considered a
And walk back.
distraction, maybe? I
I
can
was
sneak in
hoping.
a little.
Yeah, it definitely is. I would say, but we're gonna have to roll to see if this distraction works at distracting Air Cyclops. I'm gonna say,
Plus, freak might work for me to draw their attention.
I would say you roll plus freak.
Wonderful.
And I'll give you like an extra +3 because these guys are helping the act. Yeah, the whistle blowing and the fish
very,
boy.
very good.
Fantastic.
Fish boy, get back here.
That is an 11 on the roll. I have a freak of +3, so we're at 14. And if you're adding a +3, that is a 17 out of 12.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay. He's totally distracted by fish boy wandering off. So you can approach these planes if you want to.
Nice. I'm gonna touch the plane and try to inspect it with my powers. Understanding technology, everything about this plane.
Ooh. Okay. I would say like maybe to fly it might be an unleash your powers. But this seems like it's I mean, I assume your powers like it doesn't take much effort to understand technology. It's instantaneous.
Would he be able to convey how to fly it to, say, me, and for me to understand it? Would
Yes.
that be an unleash my powers as well?
Well, you would have to talk to him about it. You would have to, it would
Right. Well, I would know what he can do, and so after that, before our show, I would ask him. So in case we need to get away,
Yep.
maybe he can fly on his own, and I can fly the plane to get everybody else away, if it's
Ooh.
large enough.
Okay.
And then we'll steal one of their new ships and save who we're here to save.
That's a
I
good.
like this.
And
plan.
then we can reverse engineer it.
Ooh.
or
So many
send
cool
it back as a
plans.
bomb.
Or take it back.
Reverse
as a
engineer it.
bomb.
Then send it back.
Potentials.
Potential.
So I will say, just by touching it, you do understand, you do know how to fly these things.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Something a little odd though. The source of this technology and the source of your jetpack are similar.
What the? That is a little bit concerning. In fact, a lot concerning.
Oh, I would think so.
So, yeah, just take a step back.
Not
Nothing
doing
weird, just a guy
anything.
in a freaking helmet whistling. Probably sounds weird.
So nobody exactly knows. You kind of just walking over and briefly resting your palm on one of these blitz wings. So you guys are brought into the main hall, and they've sort of created like almost an arena. They've kind of set like all these chairs. It's about like 2 or 3 stories, like kind of a big indoor beer garden. There's some like music going on right now. Everyone's rocking out to Deutschland über alles or something. I don't know. Watch on the Rhine, some fancy German song. But it's definitely set up like there's going to be some sort of a boxing match almost, with like kind of fences sort of set up. You also notice they've created a camera, and they're about to film it. So, Air Cyclops kind of brings you into the center of it, and he says, "So this fish boy," he's talking to the ringmaster. Is he strong?
Yes.
Is
Quite
he
strong.
Is he aggressive?
Can be if prompted correctly. Do you happen to have a whip?
I assure you, we have many whips and many other instruments of torture.
I might be very curious to see those before we start our show. Pick out the best ones.
You promised you'd never do that again.
But I
You said
get
if I
so
could
much
train-
enjoyment out of it.
But you
I
said-
cannot help it.
You said if I could train to the whistle, it would be fine.
He says, "My dear,
Still
you're."
doesn't train. Besides,
does watch.
know your place, woman.
But he can.
Shut it. As we were saying.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, Air Cyclops he's definitely buying your act. You're fooling him for sure. He says, "We recently captured a allied. I believe the term that they use is superhero, an Englishman."
Yes, I know about those. They're very, very interesting.
Oh, I have a deep interest in them myself. He's an Englishman, though Englishman is not the right word. And now
Very curious.
and we'll kind of cut back to your briefing. Madman McCall is showing you, another slide, and he says, about last week, we lost contact with one of the greatest heroes of the British Empire, Big Ben.
Of course.
Of course.
And he reveals this like kind of rotund clockwork robot. He's very like big and steampunk looking. And I mean, I don't know how tied in you guys are to the superhero world, but I'm sure of England. But I'm sure Major Merman is known to him.
I, of course, know who Big Ben is, and once I had discovered my own powers, I of course, modeled myself, hoping to be a bit more like the great hero Big Ben.
I have heard of him. In my youth, I read much about any superpowered person I could find out. And during my incarceration, I may have read more as it was available to me.
So you guys know Big Ben. He's a very old British superhero. He's like, like the Lovelace and Babbage built him like way back in the day. So he's been around in the Empire for a long time as kind of this mascot of, a living example of British ingenuity.
And engineering.
Oh, yes, and engineering.
If he were really good, he would have come to America, so I don't know anything about him at all.
Nah, he's good where he is.
Exactly, as second best.
McCall says, Majorette, his people have been fighting the war against fascism for a good 3 or 4 years before we even got involved. Show some respect. Thank you. Anyway,
Suck.
if Big Ben is executed, or worse yet, defeated in a fight that is filmed by some of the Third Reich's propagandists, it will be a major morale blow for allies and free people the world over. Go in there, save him, get our robot out.
Alrighty.
So we'll kind of cut back to the present action.
And is it possible to see this monstrosity that you've found?
Air Cyclops says, currently we're keeping him under lock and key. We were going to...
Okay.
Are there currently people fighting in the ring, or is it just a setup for a fight?
It is empty right now, but you do see another very strange-looking, superpowered individual who you guys have probably seen. He had a starring role in Triumph of the Will, appearing next to old Adolf himself. It is a kind of German superpowered creation called Fafnir, the dragon of Germany. And he is a weird kind of biomechanical dragon man.
Biomechanical dragon man.
Yep.
Let's
He's
see about
humanoid.
this.
He's got wings, big dragon head, like metal teeth, metal claws. And he's like breathing a little bit of blue fire. He's standing in kind of one corner of the ring.
He's got something to prove.
So, what was his name again?
Air Cyclops? Yeah.
Okay. Air Cyclops. To Air Cyclops. Okay, so we're going to have this fight during or after our performance. How did you want to work that in? Or was our performance the fight?
He says, I think it would be most amusing if we had the incredible fish boy fight the British robot and soften him up before Fafnir destroyed him. He points to the camera and says, we have one of the greatest Aryan filmmakers, Miss Leni Riefenstahl. And you can see she is actually there getting the camera ready. She's the one who filmed Triumph of the Will and all these other Nazi propaganda films. So she's in there eager to film this. She will, and I think it would be the Fuhrer himself would find it amusing to see a weird and freakish degenerate fish defeat Big Ben before Fafnir tears that robot limb from limb.
That is quite a good description of him. I haven't heard it put that way before. Weird and freakish fish. I like it. I definitely
I have
like
one
it.
of my second eyelids roll up slowly.
Or Cyclops says, "Oh, you think he understands? Hello there."
I can barely keep him standing there. Probably not best to provoke him.
Oh,
He is quite strong.
good idea. Why don't you put him in the ring and warm him up, and we'll see if we can get
All right.
Big Ben out of here.
Does Fafnir need a little warming up, or is he good to go?
He's considering it. Would you like to think? You think you would have Fafnir spar with this fish before the actual fight begins?
As long as we, as long as we maybe get all of my people a little warmed up, and I'll get the cannon set up for.
Shoot him at Fafnir.
Wait, we can
Boom. What was your name?
human boom.
Yeah, human boom. And we can use the human boom as the initial bang for the bell. If
I
you're
always
out.
wanted to fight a dragon.
I think
We
your
can, we can warm them up.
I think your lovely friend there has an idea as well.
You want a fighter?
Him.
Him? It? Whatever it is?
Absolutely.
It's made out of metal.
I have but weak flesh, but I would try for the Reich.
Ooh.
Yes, go fight the giant.
Yeah, Air Cycle is into that. He's like, oh, it is like it's like Siegfried, one of my famous tales of my favorite tales of my youth.
If you give me a foil sword, I will put on a wonderful show.
Oh, Miss Riefenstahl would love to film that, and the Fuhrer would be absolutely enthralled by your beauty.
If you get yourself killed, I am not dragging your corpse back.
If I get myself killed, it's my own failing as a human.
Agreed.
If I were strong enough, I would not get killed.
Agreed. Alright. So I'm gonna go get the human boom ready to go. And if you're okay with that, we'll use his cannon shot as the beginning of the bells.
Oh, that would be at a perfect sense of the dramatic to the proceedings.
Oh, please
Fantastic.
shoot
Is there
me
anything
out of
else
the
I need to know beforehand?
Right into Fafnir.
He does point out, kind of in Fafnir's corner, there is a sort of short, morose, pale individual in like a white surgical coat. No, absolutely hairless. And he says, "That is Dr. Krieg. A brilliant mind, but poor social skills. Perhaps steer clear of him."
All right.
I want to stab him.
Fantastic.
So I literally have a superpower that lets me roll my good stat instead of my bad stat when I fight things against amazing odds. So I'm kind of hoping that I can make this really pretty and kick his teeth out.
Ooh, okay.
So
All of the metal teeth.
yeah, I want all the metal teeth gone, with style and grace and by accident.
Oh no! Whack!
So we'll say you guys are like kind of getting that set up. You go into like your corner, and you're like getting ready. They're like some soldiers are like reeling in the cannons. Oh, and I should also say like a lot of these soldiers, especially the ones that are with.
And I'm telling you all about the plan.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, during this time.
I was using that time, and then also I wanted to convey to you, if at all, when things start to go our way, try to grab Krieg up.
It's alright.
If we can get him,
That's like a grappling hook, right?
if we can get him and Clockwork Orange, what is his name? Big Ben. If we can get him and Big Ben, that would be fantastic. Because we need Big Ben, but if we could grab him up, that could slow.
And
Damn
a
down.
Blitzwing.
I've also got a couple of words for him.
Well,
I've got a couple too.
hold that to yourself, but let's at least get him. If we can't get him, maybe we end him.
Either way, Nazi's gonna die.
I'm pretty sure he can't fly, so if you drop him, that'll do good too.
Of course, he'll just
But-
come back as Robo Krieg.
It is possible.
You're not there.
And you can't track.
So keep that in mind. And when I shoot you out, you stay up as high as you can, and you'll, of course, know when to act. All right.
Gotcha.
So a few other things happen while you're getting ready for the battle. First of all, Majorette, a waitress, dressed as one of those like barmaids, kind of comes by, and she like sneakily puts a napkin into your hands. And
Just look at it.
yeah, it reads Big Ben below in wine cellar.
Are they keeping him drunk? Is that why he hasn't escaped yet?
So that
You can't make a robot drunk.
Uh,
Maybe.
I'm gonna pass that information to him first because he's in charge,
All right.
and then to him because I'm still pretending to sort of be like able to tell him what to do. Also, I'm dressing my Majorette baton up as a tinfoil sword.
Okay.
Probably a good show.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks sword-like.
So are you grabbing it from the tip and during some of your fight? Cause
Yeah. I'm gonna use it like a sword. Is my Majorette baton?
Right, but like during part of your scenes, don't you normally like spin it around and grab the other end?
Oh, yeah.
So you might end up
Pointy.
holding it and pointing it
Yeah.
down. Like,
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Not perfect, but did you just stab him with the hilt?
So,
It happens.
Skydancer, Dr. Krieg is actually approaching you. He goes over to you and he's kind of like folding his fingers, and he's like, "You are a great mystery to me. Tell me, from your bearing, I can tell that you have pure Aryan heritage. Why do you hide your features behind that mask?"
Because I feel
so
it's
Aryan.
not my. I feel that it's not my right to spoil such beauty. Keep it hidden until the right moment.
Ah, absolutely. And then he leans a little closer and he's like, "Or perhaps it is because your features show a kind of weakness. Don't be alarmed. All of us have that weakness. But fear not. I will make you strong."
In what way, Doctor?
The same way I have made Air Cyclops strong, though he is only a small demonstration of the kind of power I shall bring to the human race.
Technology-less. I've seen so many wonderful technologies on my way here. How do you do it all? Where does it come from?
Oh, you're definitely. I think you're trying to pierce the mask. Because you're not really like. I mean, you're not. I mean, you know who he is. He doesn't have a secret identity. But pierce the mask is a move that lets you ask some questions about who this guy is. So
Plus mundane.
yeah, you were gonna roll. Roll and add your plus mundane. We'll see how you do.
Oh, that's my highest one.
Oh, okay.
So, 11.
Whoa. Okay. So with that, you get to ask 3 of these questions.
Oh, 3. Fantastic.
Yeah. Do you need the sheet with them, or?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. Yeah, they got you.
Thanks.
So pierce the mask is...
Middle column, yeah.
So you get to ask 3 of those questions.
So the questions are: what are you really planning? Which is a long-term view of what are you trying to do with this thing? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? Which is more immediate. What are you going to do right now? And how can I get your character to blank? Or how can I gain influence over you?
So first thing, what are you really planning?
Okay, so he actually, I mean, you can, I'll say you actually asking that because your question is, he's intrigued by you and you're persuasive enough. He answers you truthfully. He says, the Führer's talk about there being a master race is perhaps true, but it is all really nothing compared to the idea of raising our species from primitive apehood to a combination of man and machine that will be truly great.
Man and machine. Oh, so, what do you intend to do? How do you plan on doing this?
He says, it will start with those machines over there. And he's pointing to these, like, robotic German soldiers. The Stahlsoldaten, they are called. And you can see these very stiff, like, they got, metal faces under those distinctive Nazi helmets and uniforms as they're kind of standing stiffly at attention. And he's like, it will start with them, but those are just small creations, marionettes, really. Soon enough, with some of the technology I have uncovered, I shall combine man and machine and create the perfect life form.
And how would I gain influence over you? Not exactly that way, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like your daring and kind of the mystery of you having this helmet is like super intriguing to him.
Show your real face.
That might...
Refuse to show your real face.
No.
Show an Aryan face
No.
underneath the mask.
He has another white mask underneath the mask.
I don't know how you can pull that off.
Magic.
But he kind of wants to use you as like a guinea pig almost. So like, basically, kind of agreeing to his weird point of view will make him like sort of make him very cool with you.
Am I there during this interaction?
You're a little bit off the sides. Things about to happen to you actually.
Okay.
All
right.
Kind of different. That will take your attention. So we'll kind of put the pause on there, and we'll say, oh yeah, we'll get back to you in a second. Merman, what are you doing while this is going on?
I really want someone to set up a pre-fight between Merman and all the Robo Germans. That would be kind of awesome. But I don't have the capacity to do that as a dumb fish boy right now.
The incredible fish boy. I mean, there is enough like hubbub that you could talk to your.
You could just randomly just
Something
attack
we do.
people.
I will. I was telling you about the whole Big Ben being under the thing.
Yeah, I'll try to whisper to Majorette as she's like, if we need to try and set up a pre-fight match between perhaps me and.
So, I'm gonna super girly shit talk all these Germans and tell them that I think that my pet fish can fight. I'm not even gonna say he can fight it. I just know he's stronger than them. There's not even any point in them fighting because he's so obviously so much stronger, coming from the shores of Malaysia, chained to the place he came from. I just try to provoke them into basically sending something to fight him. Preferably the Robo Germans, but it's going to fight him because they'll let me provoke.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to roll the provoke one, which is...
Plus superior.
Thanks.
yes,
That's what
plus
I'm good at.
superior. And we'll see if you can... How'd you
5.
do?
No. 4.
Not good.
No, not. I'm sorry.
Come on, fish versus machine. What else could these people want?
They want you. They want... You're the main event. They're like, a fish against robots? What is even the point?
Fair, actually.
We want to see you fight the dragon like you promised.
I will.
It's okay.
Tried.
I'm going to start walking to the Robo Germans.
Okay, they're following you. We'll get back to what you and them do in a second. Meanwhile, Ringmaster, while you're kind of listening in on all this, you get a tap on the shoulder. And it is actually an individual that you know. Because before you were reformed, back when you were Mastermind instead of the Mentalist, you ran with a group of supervillains. And maybe you could, you know... I know you created these characters. You want to like kind of let the audience know who they are.
Well, when I was young, my parents turned me in for my first crime, and I had stolen some books from the Library of Congress on a field trip. And while I was in jail, I ran into some other individuals. There was one guy, his name was Crusher. He was kind of a brutish super. Really good at breaking things. Not remotely intelligent.
Yeah, dumb muscle.
Then there was Quake. He was able to cause small earthquakes or avalanches. He can break apart stone with his abilities. And then there was Sinewave. He was an engineer. He was very bright. Honestly, I somewhat respected him, which is rare for me. He was very good at creating things. Anything I told him, he was able to make, and so he was extremely useful within the game. Yeah, that was the gang.
And who you actually see who has tapped you on the shoulder is Sinewave.
Oh.
Yeah, he is there. He's not wearing like a Nazi uniform or anything. He's just wearing like a very, nice tailored double-breasted suit. How does he look actually? If you can describe. Maybe is he a suit wearing type or?
Well, no, he's more like a streetwise. He would be wearing like a light leather jacket, maybe just normal everyday jeans, or you could call them Levi's because those were popular at the time.
Oh, sure.
And he was Asian, Japanese specifically, and he was very good at electronics and stuff like that. So he just kind of played into his part, and he was just a great guy. Honestly, I really respected him. He's one of the few people I've ever had respect for, including these groups of people.
All right, well, Sinewave is there, and he's like, Mastermind. What are you doing here? He's keeping his voice low.
Just taking care of something. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm a businessman.
Oh,
I'm here.
there's money here?
No, there's very much money to be found here.
Let's go talk about that. Away from those weirdos.
Absolutely. Let's go to the bar. I'll buy you a drink.
All right, that's fantastic. You're making money. You're buying for sure.
Oh, my treat.
Fantastic.
So he brings you over to the bar. Now, would he know that you have switched sides? That you're now the Mentalist?
It's possible, but when I switched sides, I went straight to work for the government, so I haven't really been out in the public eye. As far as he knows, I'm still locked up at the Metro Cell maximum security prison.
Oh, that's true. That's his first question. He says, "So how you were in the big house after I left the country? Last I heard, what happened? You bust out?"
I did. An opportunity arose when some guards weren't looking, and I took advantage of it.
That's you, mastermind. You always got a plan.
Yeah, so I figured I'd come over here to Europe and hide myself away from the United States. They didn't really care for me for some reason.
Yeah, I'm in sort of the same boat.
And,
Though, for the right price, I'll work for anybody.
yeah, I'm still trying to find my way over here. It's difficult. People here are stupid and they don't speak English, so it's very difficult. So I've run into these interesting people.
I know, true.
I haven't been as lucky as you have, obviously, over here. But then again, I'm trying to keep my face out of the limelight.
Well, you kind of picked a interesting way of doing
I didn't know they were gonna have a camera here. Okay.
No, I mean the ringmaster get up.
This wasn't my idea. I was trying to stay behind the scenes, but the ringmaster wasn't able to make it. He got sick, and so I had to step in.
Okay. I think. Let's see.
I really don't know how to control that weird-looking fish.
Who's slowly walking towards the Robo-Germans right now.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to cause a little bit of trouble.
I think Crusher might have been smarter,
It's quite possible.
but he does draw a crowd.
It's true. So I can't believe it. You're really in the circus game?
It's the only way I've been able to find money right now without stealing it, and I'm honestly trying not to fuck that up and get arrested here until I can get settled and find a group to work with again.
He says, yeah, they
Are
are.
you interested?
He's like, well, I'm always interested.
Yeah, because I wanted to use one of my reformed moves, and it's not so different. And I want to provoke him because of our criminal and villainous action from the past, and I can use my danger instead of superior to confessing some of our crime together and,
Sure.
and try to build the camaraderie and get him to kind of fall in line with what I'm trying to bullshit him.
Okay, so you're trying to kind of make him like follow your lead, take your
Yeah, maybe there's a chance I can get him to help us out.
Okay, yeah, so definitely roll that move.
Okay, so come on, dice. 7 plus 2, so 9.
Okay, that's a solid success.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
He's like, well, right now I'm sort of like you. I'm kind of playing a role. I'm supposed to be like the personal assistant to Hirohito, who's visiting the Third Reich to create cooperation amongst the Axis powers. Look, I just say a bunch of like random gobbledygook about co-East Asian prosperity sphere or whatever, and they buy it. But I'm just looking for whatever big targets I can find. Especially stuff that's related to technology. That's my strong suit. And these Nazis, they got that. But now that you're here, I can knock that on the head if you got something better.
I think we might be working along the same lines. They said they got this weird thing downstairs. Have you seen that thing yet?
Oh yeah, Big Ben, the
Big
clockwork.
Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You mean the superhero Big Ben?
That's
Is that the one they got?
That's the one. England's favorite son, or metal son, or whatever. I don't know.
All right, so
They got him chained up down there.
England's favorite.
They
clock
want
man.
Fish Stick over there. They want Fish Stick over there to fight him.
Oh, that'll be an interesting matchup.
And I kind of,
God.
sort of need to get him out of here.
What, you thinking of like ransoming Big Ben back to Winston Churchill?
I like money. Do you like money?
That's true, but I don't know if I want pounds or Reichsmarks. I mean, I'm trying to kind of get a lot of each, hedge my bets, so to speak. And if you stole the Star Prisoner right out of here, kind of put me on the outs with the Third Reich. Unless you got some other plan to avoid that.
We were gonna try and get him out without necessarily you being physically involved. Maybe you can help us out since you're pretty good at making shit happen.
Okay, I see. I can do that. What are you thinking?
Well, they got these planes outside.
Oh yeah, the Blitzwings.
Right. So I thought maybe I happen to know how to fly one of those.
Hmm.
And I know you like technology, and I
Yeah.
know you're good at making shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe when the match starts, you'll hear this really loud boom. And that idiot over there is going to go flying out of here.
Oh, sure, you're human boom.
No, I don't. Never.
Resist urge to flip people off.
Yeah.
I resist.
So he's going to go flying out of here. And that might be a good time for you to try to get in one of them planes and cause some hell outside. And you can just take off in the plane. I don't care. You can have it. And that will be a good distraction for us while the fight's going on to get Ben out.
He says, okay, I think I can pull that off. I can, I'm the engineer. I can get those planes working.
Right.
And I'll fly around, make him think the whole Luftwaffe's gone crazy.
Yeah. And
Should give you the cover
that'll
you need.
That'll get them going, and then why don't we meet up somewhere afterwards, and I can make sure you get squared away.
Yeah, just make sure my end's covered from getting Big Ben out.
It won't be a problem.
All right.
We'll take care of you, and we'll get you squared away.
Okay, good seeing you, Mastermind.
You too, man.
Yeah, so we shake hands. He kind of heads out the door. So meanwhile, Major Merman, you are approaching some of these Stahlsoldaten.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of glaring at you, and they make like, citizens, step back.
I fully intend just to walk up into them
Citizens, step back.
and start smashing some robo-Germans.
Wow, all right. Give me, I guess, you're not really directly engaging. You're kind of unleashing your
Unleashing my powers?
your
I am so down with that.
Yes,
Is
you be
there
rolling
any
that.
way we could probably talk him out of it, maybe?
Okay, I could say like as you're watching over like Skydancer, you kind of see Fish Man heading straight over to these robots, looking like he's ready to throw down. What
Because
do you
I
do?
know what they can do, kind of. A little bit.
Do you?
Yes, the doctor just told me.
Well, then likely it would be best that we take them out of the picture then.
But that could give us an in. Apparently the doctor's intrigued by the whole mystery thing. So I could use that to get him out of here.
I think we should destroy the soldiers.
Yeah.
No.
Good point.
I
But
kind
I'm
of had
just
an
saying,
idea is while
not
she's
now.
fighting him, you get aggravated, get up, grab that weird-looking dragon by the feet, and yank him out of the ring, and bash all of them with him.
We could do a King Kong thing.
Yeah.
Your girl is getting
Yeah.
hurt.
You could become the uncontrollable fish stick.
I keep the teeth out of the dragon, and then you use the dragon to take out the soldiers.
Okay, so I'm not going to smash the robo-German. I am going to continue walking into them to see what they do.
Okay,
There you go.
Yeah, because I do have impenetrable skin, it should be difficult for them to hurt me. I want to see what their capabilities are.
all right, yeah, their eyes flash red, and they start like jabbing at you, kind of like hitting you with the butts of their rifles and machine guns. And they're definitely
You gotta
saying
play
like,
it. You gotta
citizens, step back immediately. This is property of the Reich. The Fuhrer himself safeguards our existence. Remove yourself immediately.
Okay. I'm
Subhuman detected.
Okay, seriously, kill the robots, but later.
I'm going to wait for them to try and do something like hit me over the head with a rifle
Yeah.
and just fall.
Okay, yeah, so one of them bonks you with a rifle and you fall. Just as Air Cyclops and a bunch of human German soldiers and generals and higher-ups are all kind of racing over to see what the ruckus is. And
I
Cyclops
guess I'll
says,
head over at the same time.
he's
I'm
like,
gonna-
what is this?
I'm gonna rush to the fallen form and like dab his forehead with my handkerchief and
He-
take care of him.
He has issues with socializing with
He doesn't speak German.
whatever
Duh.
those are.
Speak.
They were telling him citizen. He's a fish.
I think they smell
Not a
funny.
citizen.
His nose was flaring. I think he doesn't like how they smell. The poor thing.
They smell like they smell like the German military, which is the smell of greatness.
Oh, yes, sir. But he comes from the ocean.
Yeah,
In-
maybe
in
he's just been
Taiwan.
out of the water too long.
It is quite possible. Keep this fish man under control, or we will see him, or we'll have him euthanized immediately.
That'd be bad for what you want to do. So how about, can we get some buckets of water
He does
so we
need to
can
keep very
splash him with
dry.
some
We'll
water
dry
and keep
his
him wet.
skin.
Or do you have a pool?
outside. See, he's drying out.
Do you have a pool we can toss him in?
Could I
We're on a mountain. Of course, we have no pool. Who wants to go swimming on a mountaintop? We
Melt
ski.
some snow.
Could I possibly roll a plus freak here to see how well I took their attacks? To see if I did impress them?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
He's sending some of the servants to go grab some water.
I want them to see that these robo Germans are pretty useless. I want them to start questioning their new soldiers.
Ooh. Okay.
That is going to be an 11.
Nice.
So they're just hitting me, and then I don't go down until Majorette comes closer and starts whistling at me.
Ooh. Okay. So a few things happen because of this. Or Cyclops, he's just like pissed off at you because you're smashing state property.
I'm not smashing. I'm just
Or not
walking
smashing,
through.
but you're messing with state property. But Dr. Krieg, you notice he's looking at you and he's super interested. Yeah, he's very intrigued with you. Anyway, so they bring you some buckets of water, and like some of the waiters and waitresses just like splash it on you.
And I get back up and start following Majorette.
So meanwhile, Lenny Riefenstahl says like, "All right, the film is ready. Places." And
All right, so you're up
Oh, yeah.
first, right?
Hell yes.
All right, so
I mean-
I'll go over to the Fish Man and key him in on what I want him to do.
Would you like calisthenics? Or,
yeah.
So you want me to pull like a pro wrestling move and pull their legs out from under them?
Yes, and then you can use the dragon as a bat and
smash the
a
switch.
bashing stick.
all right.
I'm down for this.
So the fight begins. Like
get in the camera.
the film is rolling. Fafnir, is like he breathes some fire. Yeah, they got some cool. They got the the band is playing some cool like action sounds. Fafnir's breathing fire, thrashing his claws around. He comes charging straight at you as you come out of your corner. So what do you do? What cool move do you do to take him down?
7. Okay.
Ooh.
At least barely succeed.
Okay.
Directly engage.
Yes, but I can roll plus
Mundane.
savior.
Oh, plus savior. Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I'm against. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw in like the last field show we did at the Grandview Higher marching band. Our last field show involved like 3 flips, a spirally, swirly layout thing, and then
Whoa.
feet to the teeth.
Oh,
So you
dang.
want to take something from him, his teeth.
Yes.
Ooh, that's okay. So you
He
do
can
that.
hit me, but I'm gonna hit him real good.
All right, so you spin around. You do that really cool move. The triple. What was it like? Triple helix spiral.
flip, fly, whatever.
Off the ropes.
It's pretty. I'm in the air way longer than a human probably should be.
Yeah, it's amazing. And your teeth, your boots go right into his metal fangs, and they like fly everywhere. And the crowd is like gasping, and they're surprised. They're into it as well. They start like hooting and cheering.
Rah!
So I think because I didn't dodge his blows, he does get to hit me.
Yeah.
Your
So do
marking
I?
condition.
So do I roll for that, or that just happens?
No, I mark a condition. I get to pick which condition.
Okay, so what he does, he gets like really angry at that, and he just like roars out almost like his words are kind of slurred and inhuman, but they seem like full of emotion and kind of sadness, and he's just like, "Stop hitting me!" And he
Works really well.
he
I
swings,
feel guilty.
he spins around, and he bashes you with his tail.
So I'm going to take one more move to get close to his face. What language is he speaking?
He speaks German, but it's like slurred. You guys have all taken. You're
Okay.
this whole time you've been speaking German.
I figured, but if he's
Yeah.
speaking English, it would change things. So I'm gonna actually try to pierce the mask on him and see where his loyalty is. If he's like a good German, because then I'm gonna kick the shit out of him, or if he's not actually a terrible entity, and then I won't kick the shit out of him much. Plus
mundane.
mundane. Oh, I'm good at that too.
Not
6.
Ooh, that's a failure.
Not good enough.
These dice don't like me. I want different dice.
Yeah, you really can't tell. It seems so like kind
Okay,
of.
so I'm gonna keep kicking the shit out of him.
It seems so kind of like bestial, and you just really can't get much emotion out of there.
Great. There's gonna be a piercing squeal and scream.
Now, is he going to be shot off at the Big Ben, or was he already shot off?
No, the Big Ben, I think.
Oh, was it
Mid-
Big Ben?
Main event.
Oh,
Yeah, the main event is kind of yet to occur. You can actually see in the back they're bringing Big Ben
I'm just softening
up from in the cellar, bringing him up into the main floor.
all right. So yeah, still do the
Cool.
same thing.
Punch, punch,
Um,
kick, yay.
So yeah, maybe if you can like maybe like do one or two more.
Oh, do I have to roll more? Okay. I didn't know how you guys do rules.
Well, I thought did you want to? Or actually, he's rolling now because he's grabbing the tail,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play act and try to hold him back, and
Yeah,
maybe
I'm-
he can lightly toss me off him.
I'm going to really sell this as, yes, I kicked his teeth out, but now I'm a damsel in distress.
Meanwhile, I'm getting the cannon ready and
better
making
face.
sure it won't kill me.
Ooh, I may make you roll for that. We'll see how the cannon goes.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's see how
Put
you're.
a chair in there.
So what do you want me to roll?
I would say this is an unleash your powers.
Unleash my powers? Good. I'm
Yeah,
very good at that.
you are grabbing the tail of Fafnir, hurling him out of the
Ooh, nice.
out of the ring into the ranks of the robot.
That is an
Nazis.
11.
Good job.
Whoa! All right, you send him flying straight out. It's like bowling ball into the pins. Robot Nazis, the Soldaten are just smashed. The pieces are going everywhere. They're all like now they're very alarmed at this.
Can I use his... I'm assuming I was still in Fafnir's grip. Can I use this leverage to catapult off and possibly kick Cyclops Man in the face too?
Oh, sure. Okay, that would be a directly engage. I'm gonna say.
I can use Savior because I'm still standing dramatically under fire.
Yeah. They're all watching
Jesus
this. How'd you do?
Christ. Nice. 4. I'm not any good at this apparently.
Oh man, poor Majorette. All right, you do make it out and you land like in front of him, but like there's some spilled beer from some overzealous drinking, and you slip on that and kind of crash down in front of him. He's getting very, very angry. He's like opening his coat now, but you can see his sidearm there, and he's like, "This circus is making a mockery out of what should be a joyful celebration of the Reich's strength."
We are a circus.
True enough.
That works.
But I am beginning to think
In
that
the
you
meantime, I'm trying to stop him from bashing everything.
is like, yes, control your fish man. This is what you are doing is disrespectful and insulting
I
to the Reich.
asked you for a whip. Have I received my whip yet?
Nice.
Oh, he shouts an order. And
I asked you to go look at your toys, and you didn't take me.
I was busy. I was enjoying some of these fine steins of beer in the company here. I am not some errand boy to go get your
I
whip.
don't blame you. Mostly.
You are addressing an officer of the Jaeger Command.
You make the Reich look weak.
Apologies. My deepest
thing.
apologies.
Ooh.
I will do my best to control the fish.
Yes.
It would probably be best to move to the main event soon.
I should think so. He says, Fräulein Riefenstahl,
You're better than him.
did you capture that horrible
Maybe I
escapade
will.
on film? And she says, like, regrettably, yes. And he's like, well, we'll save it. I guess we'll destroy it later. The Fuhrer should never see such a thing.
For the record, I'm going to try to get that film before we leave.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's all still on the camera. She's like, I'm still filming.
Yeah.
Bring on Big Ben.
This is going to be great propaganda.
Alright, so I'm going to get Fishman into the ring, and then I'm going to go talk to Skydancer.
Skydancer.
Alright,
Yes.
hey, just so you know, when you're out there flying around, there's a fifth operative.
A fifth operative.
He's going to be taking one of the planes, trying to draw soldiers away from us. Don't do anything to him.
So don't shoot down the plane,
He's
enter the plane, kill him, take over
Somebody
the
I
plane.
know. If you can, give him a hand, but keep a bigger eye on us.
Alright.
Alright? Our mission succeeds no matter what. If his does, cool. Alright?
Married motherfucker. Love
So
it.
how are the rest of you getting out of here?
He's gonna make a path.
I
Him
plan.
and his buddy are gonna make a path.
If Big Ben is still a-okay, we're just gonna punch our ways out.
Hi. I can't punch.
Backpack.
You can
You
kick.
can be a backpack and kick
Hi.
from
My
behind.
arms are
You might want Big Ben.
I will
and say
duck
he's a
out the
little
side.
less
slippery.
fishy.
Meanwhile, I'll grab the doctor. He seems to know a lot of things.
Yeah.
That camera is mine.
And yeah, probably shoot some Nazis.
Yeah.
Probably the eyeball guy.
Alright.
Ooh, all right. I think you guys have the plan. All right. So Big Ben is brought out. He is, the same kind of bulky, spherical robot you guys saw. He is like kind of a top hat,
Lovely.
steam stovepipe top hat with smoke coming out. And they've dressed him up like as Winston Churchill, like he's wearing the bow tie and like the suit, and they've like stuck a fake cigar into his carved mouth and kind of glued it there.
How are they holding him? How are they keeping his strength in check?
They got like a whole bunch of chains around him. There's a few of those stall soldaten hauling him along. He's like tons and tons of chains.
Okay.
So they bring him over. They like shove him into the ring. Their Cyclops is kind of like warming up the crowd, giving him a speech, and like, and now for the amusement of Germany, the misshapen, degenerate, broken machine of England against this strange creature of the deep, the incredible fish boy. Let the fight begin.
Boom! Shoot the cannon.
All right, so you are into the air. In fact, let's actually
Scream the whole way you're going.
I'm gonna. Let's see.
Is there a performance role here?
Yeah, I'm gonna say getting out of the cannon. Like, you're used to flying your jetpack, but the cannon is a whole new level. So you're gonna take a powerful blow.
Oh, so you want to fail this roll?
Yeah. So usually you want to get good rolls. This time you want to get
these dice.
as good as you can. Yeah.
Conditions
As low as you
mark.
can.
Yeah, so you rolled the 2 dice, and then if you had any conditions, you'd add that
Yeah,
in.
but you haven't gotten taken a hit yet, so you should be good.
I'm just pathetic.
Oh.
7.
Ah!
Not so bad. Okay, so you're gonna choose one. So, you can lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to
yes.
full party action.
I want to say I have an idea of what he's gonna pick.
You could like shout this as you're zooming across. You can give ground, giving your opposition an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain, and you get to mark 2 conditions on your sheet. Though.
Yeah, what do you guys think I'm going to pick?
Verbally abuse someone?
Oh, yes!
Who are you verbally abusing?
The guy who pulled me out of the cannon.
So does he pick a condition, or do I?
You pick the condition.
I pick the condition.
Yes.
Oh,
what do you say? What do you shout out to him as you're like screaming across the air here?
Let's see. Did he use the cannon correctly?
Not really. It's kind of his fault.
You fucking idiot!
Guilty?
I would say maybe insecure because you think you're intelligent,
Yeah,
but you mess up the
yeah.
cannon.
That works too. That might be
And
worse.
on the way out, it probably just hit someone or nearly hit someone.
Yeah.
Camera woman. Almost hit her.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. You fly by. You nearly hit Lenny Riefenstahl. She's like, "Are you mad?"
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you take out the camera?
Maybe.
No, because I want film. That film made great propaganda pieces back in the United States. We just kicked the shit out of some reg dudes, and plus the making a star.
All right. So she's kind of ducking. She's sort of away from the camera now. But now Big Ben is facing off against Fish Man in the ring.
Alright.
And do we decide like have you met Big Ben before? Does he know who you are?
I don't think I've ever met him. If he's been.
I have to convince him while you're in the ring.
Yeah.
Did I get my whip?
Yeah, they brought you away.
Fantastic. Now I have a weapon.
Yeah, it can go.
Yeah, it's a nasty looking whip. It's
It's not like a
love
laser
it.
whip or anything, is it?
no, just a standard.
Damn, that was a good idea. Can I get a laser whip?
Ooh, I'll say this: it's like wrapped in barbed wire. Like,
Yeah, that's probably still fine.
yeah,
Great for hitting a fish.
it will mess you up. Yeah. So Big Ben is facing off against you, and he's like, they kind of pull off the chains. They still got a bunch of guns trained on him, and he's just like glaring up, and he's like, "What fresh hell is this?"
He's so cute.
I'm gonna go up and get into a grapple with him, so that I can talk to him, and simply say something along the lines of, "Big Ben, when was the last time they've let you have tea?"
Ooh, so I think you're trying to comfort or support.
Ooh.
So you're gonna now. Usually, I think you would roll plus mundane, but I think is there a freak power you can use?
Wish I could be. When you comfort or support someone, tell them what you most envy about them. You can roll plus freak.
okay.
And so I'm going to be telling him, you're a hero. Why are you fighting for the right? What? You're putting on a show for them. You're better than this. You're better than I am.
Ooh, okay. So roll plus, roll and add your freak, and we'll see how you do.
That is going to be 11 again.
Whoa. Okay.
What is your freak, bro?
My freak is +3.
Giant
Dang!
freak man.
Dang.
That's
all right.
awesome.
He had all kinds of conditions, I'm sure, but they're clear now. He's remembering his spirit. He's like, I had no choice. They captured me. I had no idea how long. My God, man, are you saying there's some way out of this?
I'm going to do like a throw and get back into a grapple. I'm trying to make this look good, so you might,
WrestleMania style.
you might need to make me roll something to put on the show.
Yeah, we could probably do maybe provoke someone because you're like provoking the audience.
Can I help with that and be doing like running interference to try to work up the crowd so that they're not
Oh,
completely focused
are
on
you my
them?
manager?
No,
Aren't you the
girl.
ring
You're
girl?
the hype
Ring
man?
girl,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so I'm doing
Yeah.
ring girl shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So,
So,
it's a +1
in this-
for his roll.
Yeah, he'll get a +1 for that.
Okay.
In this interim, I'd like to kind of slink back and get out of sight as best I can.
Yeah, I don't see no one to roll for that. I mean, their attention is definitely on the fight at this
Yeah.
point.
So I am rolling superior, which with the +1, it's just going to be flat dice, which is going to be an 8. I roll a lot of 8s.
That's good though. I mean, that passes
Work.
it. Okay, so yes, you are making the fight look real.
Excellent.
And you're definitely getting the crowd warmed up. And they're like, smash his gears.
Yeah. So my wrestling is going to be throws and things or I'll do the punching style where I'm stepping on the ring as I punch to make noises as I just kind of punch in his general direction.
Yeah, he's very round, so it's pretty easy to.
But I go ahead and tell him that I have a team here under my command.
In English. In English.
Yes, in English. And we are prepared to extract you from your travails.
He's like, well, I certainly hope you have a little bit of luck on your side. Best of British to you.
That's so British.
What happened to Fafnir?
Yeah,
He has no
did
teeth
he
and
get
got thrown and
destroyed
stuff. Is
from
he alive
that
still?
engagement?
Him and Dr. Krieger kind of back in the corner, and Dr. Krieger's like repairing him. And yeah, he's like putting more, put a bunch more teeth in him, and also giving him a
He's getting
yeah, and also some disciplinary slaps and
Oh, good.
shrine intervention.
My dragon.
cool. So I'm gonna keep up this fight until these guys are ready for the next
What
phase of
is
the plan.
the next phase of our plan?
Basically
haven't even got
for
that
you
far.
guys. Yeah, it's basically just for you two to jump out of the ring and
Good
just
to go?
start with going
Yeah, I
at it.
assumed kill everyone.
Yeah, and you're going to get the film.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna grab the
I'm,
film and-
I'm keeping an eye on the doctor.
Yeah.
and staying kind
So
of.
I think
yeah.
once Majorette has the camera is when Big Ben and I will go tag team on the crowd.
All right, well let's start with Majorette. So how do you get the camera from Lenny Riefenstahl, who was like kind of filming the whole fight?
Well, she's
Slow
freaked out
motion.
now.
Oh yeah, that's true. She's a little like taken aback from your buzzing, so she's kind of a little
Honestly,
distracted by that.
I
Yeah.
have a baton. I'm gonna clock her across the face.
Oh,
Sweet.
dang!
Chick fight.
That's some.
No, not a chick fight. Decidedly not actual followed through blow because fuck
Okay.
her. She's a Nazi. So
Yeah, it's a
propaganda.
Nazi.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
gonna
her.
be.
Roll that.
I would say that's directly engaged.
Go ahead.
Or
Thank you.
Better.
8, 10,
ooh, okay.
10. No.
Danger.
7.
7.
What?
7. Still
7.
success, but
Okay.
so I want to take the camera from her.
Ooh, yes, and you do that. All right, so
So-
you thwack her down, and the camera is now. You can grab it away.
Now, did anyone see that?
She wasn't really trying to hide it. I don't think so.
No, I wasn't being subtle.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
it was pretty.
They jumped out of the ring, right?
I think
when
that
this
they're
happens,
making
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we on.
I could add some screaming and oh my god, someone hit her. What happened?
Well,
And
the
throw her out into
camera.
the crowd.
Oh, that's for the film.
I don't know. It seemed pretty clear.
I'm not gonna. It's gonna work. It's just gonna feel good.
Yeah, it does. It might make you feel good, but Air Cyclops is definitely like he's starting to put two and two together
Oh, that's
now.
great.
He's realizing it. And he's like, "You dare hit the greatest filmmaker of the Reich?"
Can I hit him too?
Yeah, he's running over, going for his gun. So you can go. I would say also another directly engage to take him down before he can pull his pistol.
Ooh.
8.
Okay,
So I get one choice.
that's gonna be
is,
one.
Is Air Cyclops, is he an actual threat?
Yeah, I mean, he
Then
is...
you get to roll your second dimension.
Oh, so was that?
But, you get
No,
to
I know.
roll-
I was just at 10 then.
Okay, so you
get
can
to
pick 2.
So
Yes.
I'm going to resist the blow so I don't get hit this time. And I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies to take him out. So I'm going
Okay.
to distract him and be hitty and punchy and stuff enough that he maybe blood blinds him. Maybe I cut his forehead. So he's got
Into his
blood
one
pouring
eye?
Into his one eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or you maybe like damage his
So
robotic
now you're
eye.
seeing red
Damage
in
one eye
both
and then-
eyes.
Yes. I'm not good at battle equipping yet. I gotta learn from you. Yes, so he's gonna have blood pouring down his face, so he has a red mask on. Maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a red skull, sort of, perhaps. Maybe not though. Yeah. All right. So he's definitely he's got blood in his face. He's shouting and yelling, and he's like, "They are Allied spies, traitors! Stop them!" And now the soldiers, especially those stall soldaten, the ones that are remaining, as well as like other the other human Nazi guard, they're going for their guns and running in. So it is go time.
Go time.
Cool. So who wants? Big Ben and I are probably going to be busy. So one of you should probably take the advantage on Cyclops.
Yeah.
I will take advantage on him because you're going after Doc Creed.
I'm putting
So
on
I
my
will
games.
take out my awesome whip that he gave me, and I will try to whip it to where it wraps around his neck and yank him back.
Ooh. All right.
love it.
That's gonna be directly engage a threat.
All right, so
He's
directly
definitely-
engage a threat.
Danger.
Danger. Awesome.
I'm gonna say you get a +2 to this because
The opportunity.
because of the opportunity. So whatever you would actually add, which is
+2 for me. normally.
yeah, plus danger, so now it's +4.
All right.
Nifty.
Let's roll high.
Nice.
14 total.
Oh.
10 on the dice, +2, plus the 2. The
Oh man,
Wonderful.
brutal. So you get to, I would say maybe you can even pick 3 of the list there. But he is that whip is like around his neck and it's just choking him out.
And this
So-
is directly engaged, correct?
Yes.
Usually,
I want to have his eye ripped from the
Nice.
socket,
the
to-
metal one or the
the
human
metal one,
Ooh,
so I can
okay.
acquire that
little bit more
technology.
Oh, definitely.
And I want to frighten the rest of the opposition.
usually want to resist blows. But
And also, resist blows. The opportunity for the allies doesn't mean anything. This guy's going to be screaming his head off. But, so, resist the blows. I'm going to remove his eye from his melon. And then I want the surrounding crowd to be afraid.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
All right, so the whip like rips around his face or his neck. You pull him close, grab his robot eye. It is wrenched free. He's in like so much pain and is like shrieking. And the other Nazi soldiers, even the most stalwart stormtrooper, is like their jaws are open in terror at this sudden de-eyeing of their commanding officer. So they're temporarily stunned and shocked by this.
Deoculation.
Fantastic.
Yeah. De-opulation, I think, is what
I
it
will
is.
start to head for the wave of dead things that Big Ben and Fish Man are making.
Okay, so now-
Marshal Merman.
Yes, so
Lovely.
I think now it's I think now it's time for Marshal Merman.
All right. So I think I will be again using Be the Monster to frighten, intimidate everyone, and make sure to open up a path through the Germans. So I turn to Big Ben. Tea time for 2. Smile, and we turn around and head into the crowd.
He says indeed. Jolly good, old boy.
Uh-oh. So that is going to be 5 plus 3, still an 8. I like 8s.
Yep. So you're gonna just pick one for just directly engage. Or?
No, frightening. So this is my
Oh
move.
right. Yes, this is a free.
So this is a transform move.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pick 2. I'm gonna choose feel more like a monster after because I'm gonna do something here that makes me feel worse. I take a condition, GM's choice, and I hurt or break something I shouldn't have. So maybe I actually did injure Big Ben while we were wrestling.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe you kind of wrenched one of his hands or his arms kind of out of its socket, so it's
because he was probably worn down from being imprisoned and
Oh,
beaten up
for
prior
sure.
to that.
So what condition do you think I should take? Guilty if I actually did wrench his arm out of his socket? That would be terrible.
Yeah, I would say guilty.
Okay.
Like you're feeling like
Oops.
you're feeling
My bad.
like you can't control your strength, you can't control your beastliness, and you ended up hurting, one of your heroes.
Cool.
So it's a sad, it's a
But
sad
we are
thing.
putting on one hell of a show, and I am fully expecting Germans to be running in every direction but towards us.
What?
Absolutely.
You should totally be filming.
I think I am. I think that I'm just guarding the camera with my body at this point because this is too good to miss.
True. Yeah, you're still getting the camera going. It's
Yeah.
hitting. It's a very
I think
like
I have
found footage. It's
This will be
I think
great.
this is my career after the war. I'm going to become a documentary filmmaker.
This will be great for Colonel Mitch Madman McCall. You'd be like, look, we have proof!
Don't suck, damn it. Give us a real job. And please stop making us be a circus because really,
It's turning out to be one hell of a show.
it's the greatest show on earth.
Hey.
So thanks to so because of your great display with you and Big Ben charging out, you smash aside the few of the Stahlsoldaten that are left, and the other like the Nazi just generals and higher ups and stuff are like cowering. The soldiers are kind of like rushing back to take cover and fire on you. But they're like, they're taking a while to take cover because they really want to make sure they're hidden away. And you are now like outside of this hall and back into the streets of this resort town.
Okay.
So
It's
meanwhile,
all chaos. I'm
yes.
just watching the show unfold.
yeah, you're just kind of flying up there. So what are you doing at this point? You like they're outside. Big Man is outside.
Yeah, I'm putting my
He is still
jetpack in
in.
hover mode right now, and I'm trying to figure out the best path to go.
Oh, some notes. Okay.
Ah, that is good. I put on my game face to accomplish just that. So I'm going after Dr. Krieg.
All
As I
right.
tried to go get him, I'm going to kick Fafnir in the face.
Yeah, he is still in the corner with Fafnir, who is now getting ready to spring and
Not
chase after you.
again.
So, game face. Commit myself to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy. Mark your condition and take +1 ongoing to all rows in direct pursuit of that goal. Alright.
All right. So that means.
Condition.
So what condition would you think you'd mark? Like you're kind of it's not quite suicidal, but you're going like right after one of the most the most dangerous creature in the room.
Angry is the one that
I'm
probably
still angry.
Yeah. He called me white.
Yeah, he did! To my face!
No, to your mask.
To my mask! Which is my face! I wear it all the time! That's Nazi motherfucker! So I fly in like a bat out of hell. Through everyone!
Ooh, damn. All right.
Nice.
Rocket Man.
So
yeah.
this would be probably directly engage a threat, I think, or maybe it'd be unleash your powers because you're doing more than just attacking Fafnir. You're trying to grab Dr. Krieg. Right?
Yes. With a grappling hook.
Okay.
Got
So yeah, I'm gonna say this is unleash your powers. You still get that +1 to it though.
Yeah, and do
From
I
the game
have
phase.
influence over Krieg?
I would say so. That might I'm gonna give you another +1 because of that because he's not running. He's staring at you like wondering what you're gonna do next. He's like,
I'll use it.
So it makes him a little easier to hit.
Ooh. So
Very
that is
nice.
a 13.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you do it. You zoom over, get a quick boot to the face of Fafnir. His teeth go flying, and you get that grappling hook. Are you like wrapping up, or are you like impaling him with it?
No, wrapping him up.
I'm gonna
All
have to
right.
send-
He's tied up in the rope, and now he'll be like dragged after you.
Yeah, Batman style.
Pick him up by the foot and start using him as a weapon.
All right. So
So I'm like,
Take
come
my
with me, Doctor!
So, Mastermind, or Mentalist. I
right.
want to use the villain name. So now, like most of your friends, so you're Skydancer. You're outside by now.
Yep.
All
Okay,
right,
so I
pretty
see
much-
him pick
dragging him
up
up.
Krieg. Okay, I'm right behind the wake of Ben and Marshal Merman.
All right.
So I'm going to be clearing out the back. I would like to grab One Eye's pistol out of his holster as I leave him laying on the ground screaming.
Yeah, you can grab that. I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that one because he's like
I'll
he's
randomly
in no
pop,
position to stop you.
pop some krauts as they get in a little too close.
Make sure to shoot him while you're down there.
Yeah, you're just like
soldiers.
blasting off as you're running away, and you make it
No, he
outside.
can come back later. That'll be even more fun because we have Krieg.
Yeah.
So he can't get his eye fixed. He'll just have a patch. Be like, he'll be a German pirate.
He'll be a Sherman.
One of them eye patch
Just put a
Nazis.
knife in it. Headbutt people to death.
Yeah.
Possible. Knife Eye, his new name.
It'll be his new unicorn. It'll be like a nice unicorn.
Unicorn
man.
is a good superhero name.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you guys, you're all outside. You're running down the aisle. Or not, you're running down the main street. Up
Right.
above, you can see Steinwave is zooming down in his Blitzwing, and he's kind of dropping some bombs, just like kind of little small kind of dive bomb stuff, and it's like blowing up some of the houses and causing more chaos.
No.
And it's definitely clearing a path. But behind you guys, you can see Fafnir is bursting. He like just smashes through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style, and is coming after you. And even though his teeth are gone, his mouth's opening up, and there is like flame building. He's getting ready to breathe fire and like incinerate all of you.
So in order to clear guilty, I have to sacrifice myself or something.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm gonna throw the camera to one of my allies is closest, and go back in, sacrifice myself to get these guys out. I'm gonna take them on.
All right. So
And
your
they
vision's clear, and you leap back, and you are flying towards Fafnir as
I'm
the.
trying to go over the flame, hopefully.
Yeah, as the he says he can't quite breathe the fire yet. You can stop him from doing so. The
Yeah.
flame is gathering in his throat.
Are you gonna
I'm
kick
gonna
him
kick
in
him
his...
in the thing.
Yeah, like he's all these like weird gas tanks around his
Nice.
throat there. How'd you do?
10.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna resist and avoid his blows
Okay.
and take his fire from him.
Ooh. All right. So, use your batons or your kicking feet for this one.
I seem to be into my feet, but you know my baton still looks like a sword.
Ah, no.
Double-handed swing right across the throat, like a baseball bat. Because I'm a
Oh.
good American.
Oh, dang! So you just
Home
baseball
run.
Yeah.
home run for
I
justice.
gotta work on the clipping.
You
I'm
tossed
not-
me the camera before you did
Yes,
this?
that's the
Okay,
first thing
yeah.
I did. Is whoever's
All right.
closest gets the camera.
All right, so I got the
So I get to
camera.
clear guilty at the end of the scene, which is nice.
And I want to say, hey, Marshall, here. I'm going to toss him the whip. See if you can get Dragon Boy.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Looking good, Fish Man.
Seriously.
And Fafnir, he's getting more and more messed up. Like his whole throat area has kind of been smashed, and lots of like gas and sparks are leaking out of the kind of mechanical implants he had in there. And he is looking, he's very sad and distressed. Kind of like the Nazi officers and soldiers are like yelling at him. But you have kind of, at least for his fire breathing, you've taken him out a little bit. And the way is clear to those Blitzwings.
I am gonna take the split second to tell him if he joins us, we can get him help. If he joins the right side,
Okay, I
I
think
might be provoking him.
that is going to be. Yes, that's provoking someone. You're trying to get some influence on him.
How's her superior? Nice.
That's one of my best ones. Well,
Yes, so you're going to roll superior and see how you do there.
8.
Okay.
7 to 9.
It's the bait. So he's going to choose one of these things. They stumble. I'm going to say he overreacts, and you gain influence over him. So I'm gonna kind of write
Is he
down.
gonna defect with me? He can choose to defect.
I would say not just yet. Like he's still kind of.
He's starting to think about it.
But
Yeah.
yes, the opportunity is out there, so we can have a
Yes.
so we can have a defecting.
Yeah,
Nazi
he's certainly
dress.
realizing, like, I mean, you have really done nothing but beat the crap out of him. but your kind of niceness is making him think, like,
You
huh.
should say something like, "Wait till you meet them. You should wait until you meet my fish man,"
No, I will work on quipping for next session.
because that might be happening. I'm right behind.
I don't know you're behind me. If you whip him, I'll be very sad because I'm trying to get us some Nazi
Hi, that
technology.
whip is awesome.
It is, but we could have Nazi technology. And
I already have some.
Well, it's not Nazi dragon technology.
This is
Seriously?
true.
Did you grab the
did you get a
teeth?
dragon?
No.
Thought about
Why
that,
didn't you grab
honestly.
the teeth?
They're just
Well,
like
I was
they're
the
not
other
that
direction,
cool.
grabbing an eyeball.
Damn.
Yours is better, I think.
There's Cyclops.
I only got so many pockets, dude.
Okay, so Marshal Merman will actually, seeing them squared off and talking, I want to get up behind Fafnir and just pick him up bodily. And I would like to take him with us.
Ooh,
All right,
okay.
so almost everybody has something under their arm. You're going to be playing football with a dragon.
All right, that is going to be
Perfect.
tricky. I'm gonna have you unleash your powers,
All right.
but because he's so big, it's going to be at a -1.
Excellent.
Because he's almost as big as you, so... Or no, he is as big as you. How'd you do?
That is still going to be a +2, so that's a 12.
Ooh.
I am
Okay.
very strong and very light.
Alright, so you managed to hold this big dragon man over your head. He
You
is
realize
like...
you're coming with us.
Alright, he is resisting and snarling. You guys have made it to the Blitzwings by now.
Okay, I will get in and get it started.
Yeah, and they got they're they're
You
big
should
enough
bring
to
up,
carry everything, I think.
Krieg after we're in the air. Stay in the air with him, because if we get caught, you just take off with Krieg.
Drop him.
You know how to fly the plane, right?
Yeah.
Probably-ish.
Alright,
Enough.
I'm gonna make you roll for it.
That's
and
cool.
everything.
I will
I'm
see.
good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Alright, so you guys get in. In fact, I want to make each of you guys roll an Unleash Your Powers to get these planes started up. And meanwhile, we'll see how they do, but Fafnir's gonna do this thing on you. How'd you guys do? It says Unleash Your Powers to get those planes going.
Freak. I did not do so well.
Do I need to do it?
Yeah, I'll have you do it. I mean, because to know it is easy, but to actually put into practice.
Should I get a +1 because he actually...
Yeah, you still got the what's the Janus move he used?
Game face,
Game
but
face.
Game
I
face.
Yeah.
but I did my goal already.
Oh,
Though I
okay.
think this might be part of it because we're still trying to get him out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's part of the mission. So
Right on. 9.
Well, that's good. You go started. I didn't.
all right, so your plane's going. Who's riding with you? Each one's probably big enough for one passenger. So I don't know if you could fit. Even though Majorette is, I don't know how big she is. She's kind of small,
She's
but
like 5 foot.
yeah. But still, you got Big Ben, you've got Fafnir apparently, and you got Giant Fish Boy.
So we need several planes.
Well, 2 will do it, but you can't all fit on one.
Because
gonna
you
go with
can
his
fly.
Because that one started for real, which means the important ones should go, and I'm not as important, so I'm gonna go with him.
Oh, Majorette.
Great, and I'm in the not important one.
No, you're in the non-started one, so if we die, but they're gonna get stuff home and accomplish so much.
Okay, so which
That's
one?
defeatist talk. We're all gonna make it out of here.
But if we don't, I'm the one that shouldn't make it out.
All right, so his is started.
Okay, which one is
Kinda wanna
Big
make
Ben?
you
Which one is
switch with me.
Fafnir?
I'm going to put Big Ben in with him.
All right.
Yeah, because that is the mission. Get Big Ben out of here.
Okay, so Big Ben is safe in the plane, and you are going off the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's-
drop Krieg off in one of the planes and take off on it.
Oh, right. Who's flying?
You keep Krieg. Oh no, you're flying.
Yeah, so
Oh, I'm
you,
flying the
it'd be
plane.
Yeah.
you, Krieg, and Big Ben.
Then who's flying the plane? If you're,
Yeah.
are you in
Alright.
the cockpit? You're
So-
outside, or?
Okay, apparently, since I'm the only one who got the plane working.
Yeah, they kind of need you with the controls.
Yeah.
All right.
Take Krieg in with you, and then
Yeah.
when they come up, I'm gonna poke my head out and be like, all of us aren't fitting in this thing. What's the deal with that?
I figured we'd have a present.
And at this point, Fafnir, his claws lash down and start slashing into your back.
Okay, take a powerful blow.
Yes, and you're taking a powerful
I
blow.
would like to roll low. I'm going to switch to these guys.
Ooh. I love these low rolling dice.
They don't work as well as you think.
Oh no!
They screw you
The
high,
low
they
rolling
screw
dice
you low.
betrayed you.
So that is an 11.
Okay.
So take a powerful blow. When you take a powerful blow, on a 10 plus, choose 1. You must remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way.
Or choose 2 options.
I am unfortunately going to Hulk out.
Oh dear.
I am going to lose control of my rage and just run into the crowd of Germans.
Ooh. Okay. So you charge in. I assume you're not holding on to Fafnir anymore.
No.
He breaks free. He's kind of in the melee too, still trying to slash and bite at you. And you were just tearing through these German soldiers outside as they're shooting at you. And it is not pretty. It's just chaos outside. And you are now airborne with Krieg, tied up in the back, and Big Ben is in there too. And he says for God's sake, man, that's the thing you can do.
Well, let's see the weapon systems on this. What
It's
are
got-
the weapon systems?
It's got machine guns, rockets, and lasers.
Anyone want to-
Lasers.
I want to comfort and support because that's what I'm good at. That's
Ooh.
actually her job.
Okay.
So you're gonna leave
So-
me with the dragon.
Yeah.
Great.
No, the dragon is in the crowd. The dragon is not being held.
Yeah,
by
I've let go of the dragon.
Oh.
I'm gonna yell out using your correct name's pronunciation.
Oh.
I don't know how to pronounce it properly.
Merman.
Merman.
Mordecai Merman.
Marshall
I'm always gonna call
we
him
need you.
Merman.
Come back. You're human underneath all that.
Oh.
You're human after all.
Ooh, so that's comfort and support.
Oh, very nice.
9.
That's 8.
Wait, 8. I can't do math.
9.
That was 8?
What is your plus? Yeah.
9.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I was right. 9.
All right, so that means you can clear a condition.
So on a hit, they mark potential clear condition or shift labels if they open up to you. I am smashing into these Germans. Like I am you. I once was human, and I start slowing down.
You're better than human.
I'm superhuman.
Your instincts are that of a true Englishman.
Yeah. So this would be enough for me to snap out of my Hulk rage.
Yes, you're able to calm down. Now you can make your way back to the ship.
Cool. I am running over back to the Blitz wing.
Can I get the radio going?
Yeah, you got the, yeah. I would say that's not too hard.
Hi. Name again?
Skydancer.
Skydancer.
Sky.
Run me through the startup sequence one more time.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Marshal Merman is actually going to. He's going to pick up the plane and throw it.
And then like, how are you gonna leave yourself then?
Are you gonna like run off and jump like a what are those ones where they jump off the mountains?
I've lost
glider?
control
Like
of
a hang
myself.
glider, yeah.
I've lost control of myself once, and I also have guilty, so I have to make a sacrifice.
Yeah, he's
To,
gonna get us out of here.
You better get in the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay,
So
I'm
hope-
going to go
behind.
over this slowly.
hoping that this is like an old timey
Same
car where
ignition.
starting it going makes it go faster or makes it
The
go.
key.
Ooh. All right.
As you
I'm okay. So here's what happens. You pick up the flying wing. You rush over to the end. You hurl it out.
As
And
he
it is
throws
now.
it, I'm gonna somersault out of the back to land with him. I can't leave a teammate behind.
Oh no.
She's a
Okay.
heroine.
All right.
Great.
So you landed. The plane is airborne.
Bye.
And
Gotta get his engine started.
yeah, the Blitzwings are flying away. And
I
by
was
now,
trying to do that.
by now, you guys are So you're able to, with his help. You get the engines going. You are
Okay.
airborne. But now these two guys are behind.
So I want to
Yeah, they're getting surrounded by like Latis are covering them.
circle around and take a low pass with the hopes that Fish Boy can grab on.
At the same time, I'm going to be firing away at the Nazis.
Okay.
With everything.
All right. I'm gonna say each of you give me an unleash your power to try and jump onto this plane and hold on to it as it's zooming away.
Oh.
Okay.
6.
6.
I am going to actually use my unleash to throw her.
Oh. Okay. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, 5, still an 8. So
Okay. You do it. All right. So
Why don't you just leave the dice down there at an 8? Like, that's what we get
always the
every
8.
time.
All right. Well, I think we're this is gonna be what the final pages of our first issue show. Major Merman. Yeah, he picks up Majorette, hurls her into the air.
I think it's the plane goes by. Majorette tries to jump, catch, misses. Merman catches her and just tosses her towards it.
And she, how do you like nimbly land on the plane?
Bare tips of fingers at the open door. Pull on.
And you pull your way in. But Major Merman, you are now totally surrounded. The Soldaten are just like, another regiment of them has appeared. And they are like hurling chains and nets over you and like blasting you with electric prongs. They're not trying to kill you now. They're taking you
Trying to
alive.
capture me.
There's just too many.
I'm the
There's too many
replacement for Big
Nazis.
Ben.
Can
and
our
I
last
do that.
panel be him in chains and then our faces looking out the back windows of the planes?
Yeah, and you see him. There's one final panel. Air Cyclops coming out, covered in blood. Cybernetic guy on, or cybernetic eye, removed, looking at you and being like, "Well, incredible Fish Boy.
Oh God!
At least I have a prisoner."
For now.
Ugh. Okay, and that is for now. ... And that is the end of our first issue.
To be
To be
continued.
continued, yes. Tune back. Audience loves it, I know. So tune back in, same fish time, same fish channel. Episode 2, The Twisted Experiments of Dr. Krieg. Can our heroes save Major Merman from the clutches of the Third Reich? Find out in episode 2.
That was awesome.
Issue number 2.
Shout out, we got a couple new followers tonight. Hello, Mommy.
What was that?
Cal Hipster. What? So we got a couple few followers. B-Bars was in there, a good buddy of mine who writes an RPG called Power Outage. So he's working on that, and that should be coming out within the next few months, hopefully. He's listening right now. Next few months, B-Bars, come on, dude. So he subbed, so we've got some good things going on, so hopefully we'll see a bunch of these people back. What are we doing next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, yeah, same time.
Next Tuesday at 7.
Sweet.
All right.
Same German time, same German channel.
I'm going to get tortured.
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna hurt.
It's not gonna be great.
You know, I think it does hurt. I think he's just he can survive it.